So how exactly do you start investing with $500 today? And the goal for this video, guys, is basically to give you guys 5 solid ideas on how to do this. But most importantly, the main thing is this, guys. When I first started out, I didn't start with $500. I started with much less. So the whole goal is to get you guys to start with whatever you have and not to worry about like, hey, I need $1 million or $1 billion to get started, because at the end of the day, those are all excuses. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is TommyBryson. I'm an accountant, and I upload videos on YouTube every single day. So do me a favor and also start to hit the bell so you get notified. And if you haven't done it already, go ahead and smash the like button. Now, here's a question for you guys, okay? How much money currently do you have saved up? And by the end of the year, how much money do you want to have saved up? Comment down below, let me know. And if you ask me, guys, if you guys don't know, the average American has less than $0 in their bank accounts, because most of them do have credit card debt. So the point is, okay, even having 100 or 200 or 1,000 or $500 is still pretty solid compared to everyone else out there. Now, and the first thing I do want to say is this, guys, that if you do have debt, you don't have an emergency account, and on top of that, you never even saved any money whatsoever, but you want to get started, the answer is I have a full video linked down below to my budget that can help you do all these things every single time you get paid. So link down below, check it out, and then after that, you can watch this video again, and that way, for sure, you will have this $500 to get started in investing, okay, which is the most important thing if you ask me. And now the first way to start investing, guys, is by investing into the stock market. But Tommy, I don't have enough money to start investing, for example, into Google or Amazon, because at the end of the day, they cost way more than $500. Well, the answer is this, guys. My solution was, back in 2018, I heard about index funds, well, a long time before that, but I said to myself, well, I want to try it out, okay? And I went ahead and I looked it up on Robinhood, E-Trade, every platform out there, and they cost a ton of money, 200, 300. I was like, you know what? I don't want to take money out my business to invest into this, because I know the returns will be slow and over time. Plus, I want to do it over the long run, okay? The long term, like 20 years and beyond. Well, the answer is this, guys. I found a micro investing app that let me invest into index funds around $7.60 to actually get started, but I only really needed around like $5, okay? Now, the answer is, guys, well, that $7 back then that I invested back in 2018 December is now, at the moment, around $10,500, because I kept investing every single month around $500, and I kept doing that over a long period of time. Now tell me, where exactly did you invest and how do you invest? The answer is, well, the app I used back then and still use today is actually Acorns, and here's why. My investments into Acorn is made out of 7 different types of ETFs, and that way I don't need to invest 200, 300, 400, 500 every single month. I just invest and it distributes it across those index funds, and then boom, I'm good to go, because I don't need a ton of money. However, if you don't even have $500, you can start today with $5. That's the whole deal here, you know? Now, on top of that, guys, okay, my portfolio is made out of 80% stock ETFs and then 20% bonds. That's how I do things. I'm not really risky. I'm moderately aggressive on my entire portfolio. If you go check out Acorns, you'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. But the point is this, guys. I started investing back in 2018 with $7, and today that is worth $10,000, okay? So the point is, over time, consistency is key, and eventually that money will be worth a lot. Now, if you want to know exactly how much money I invested, how I do everything, and all the information, I have a full video on it and how I performed over 1 year. Check it out, link down below in the description. And now the second thing you can do, guys, is go out there and start a side hustle. Now in this video, right now, I'm going to give you guys 3 examples of what I did and ideas that we can do it too if you want to, okay? But the point is this, guys. I made a rule for myself that I wouldn't always try businesses, but I would never try to go into a business and be like, okay, I'm going to invest $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, because at the end of the day, I don't want to risk so much money. So I always start small and then slowly but surely build up from there, okay? So this is the point, okay? $100 is great, but when I first started out, I only started out with around 100, 250, 300. I never really put in a ton of money, none of the times, because I always wanted to see exactly how it worked to then get started. By the way, Tommy, I have a full-time job. The answer is, well, you're in luck, because a side hustle, you can do it with a full-time job. Now, these 3 ideas right here, I did them while I was in college, full-time student, and also had 2 part-time jobs, but I still made time to have a side hustle to make me some extra income every single week, okay? Now, the first thing I did, guys, was basically I became a photographer. Now, Tommy, how did you get the camera? The answer is, well, the camera only cost me around 150 bucks because I lent money to a friend and he didn't pay me back, so I kept his camera. Business is business, okay? Let's be honest here. I used the camera to go out there and do weddings, parties. What is it like you know when they have like a kid and they like they do a party for it? It's like, what is it called? Like it's called a, what is it called exactly? It's called a baby shower, okay? So I did some baby showers also. I did all this stuff. So the money that I spent on the camera, 150, I did get that money back, which is awesome. Now, later, I found out that, hey, I do not like this, so I stopped doing it because although I was making money with like modeling people and like weddings and parties and baby showers, I felt like I was selling my soul because I felt so miserable doing it. So I said to myself, well, I am done here. By the way, little tip here, if you go back enough on my Instagram at TommyBryson, you'll actually see those pictures I took a long time ago, so check it out if you want to. A little history tip right here. And now the second thing I did was, guys, I basically bought and resold phones all the time while in college to make me some extra money. But tell me, that cost a ton of money to get started into. The answer is no. I started with like $250, $300, and I bought some phones, iPhone 7s back then, and I took those phones, I sold them, and every single time I would buy and sell a phone, I would make an extra 100 bucks, 90 bucks, and sometimes even 150 bucks per sale. So imagine this, if I sold 2 phones once a week, well, in reality, that would be $300 just like that. By the way, I have a full video on YouTube on how to sell phones. It's in my playlist on all the businesses you can start if you want to. Now, the third thing I did, guys, was actually what you're seeing right here. YouTube, okay? I did YouTube part-time at the time. Now, the whole point with YouTube was I was doing this when I was 12 years old. I loved doing this, but I actually started taking it seriously when I was in college, and I was like, you know what? If I don't do this now, 100%, I'm gonna be stuck in this 9-to-5 job for the rest of my life. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not the life I wanted for myself, okay? So I said to myself, I'm going to go full throttle on YouTube, and 4 years later, this channel makes around $15,000 per month, okay? That's the point here. But I started out with less than 500 because in reality, I spent 150 on the camera and then $200 on another camera, so it was like around like what? Like 350 to get started, and that was about it. But if you want to, it'll cost you $0 because I know for sure, don't lie to me, you have a phone or a laptop watching this video right now. So just start with your phone, record some videos, and then boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, you're good to go. But I do recommend you take courses on this stuff because education is key. Now, guys, I also linked down below some great books and ideas for side hustles in case you didn't like mine right here, because I know they're like mine, but if you want even more, 100 different ideas, link down below to a book called 100 Side Hustles, and also another book called Start a Business in 27 Days, and also a playlist by me on 37 businesses you can start today if you wanted to with not that much money at all. So all the links are down below. Check it out, okay? Now, so the third thing you invest into is actually education. Now, not just any education, I mean self-education. Not college, not trade school, not your mama, but I mean teaching yourself exactly what you want to learn about through books and courses and seminars, whatever you're interested in. But the point is, teaching yourself exactly what you want to learn. And the truth is, guys, I didn't spend $500. So far, I spent over $3,000 on books and stuff like that. But the point is, you know, the ROI, return on investment from this stuff, is huge, okay? So far, in 4 years, I've read around 200 books or more, and I've took several courses, and I haven't done a seminar just yet, but I'm working on it. But the point is, guys, by doing all this stuff, okay, it cost me $3,000, but now, back then, guys, believe it or not, 4 or 5 years ago, I was making 60 bucks every single week. And when I started reading, by the way, I was budgeting that money also. When I started reading more and doing more, well, now 4 years later, I'm making $23,000. Now, is that a correlation here? The answer is 1000%, okay? No education, I will never be here right now. So the point is, educate yourself, learn more, seminars, books, YouTube videos, and you're here already, so you're already doing it. So the point is, go out there and also invest. By the way, I said $3,000 I invested so far, but in the beginning, it was $15 per book, $10 per book, $5 per book, and it took me a while to read them. So the point is, you just keep reading over and over again, and you get more information. That's the point here, okay? Link down below to my top 5 favorite books. Link down below, check it out if you want to, okay? Of all time, by the way. All-time favorite books. It should help you, so check it out. Now, the fourth thing you can actually go out there and invest into is something that I never had the chance to actually do, but I'm actually working on right now for my business, and that is called taking advantage of called your retirement account with your company. Now, the main thing is this, guys: 401k, Roth IRA, traditional, whatever you want to do. The point is, well, if your entire employer has a program to actually help you retire and they match everything and they help you with all this stuff, the answer is, well, you want to take advantage of this, because by investing to a 401k, well, your money gets to grow tax-free. Eventually, you do charge your taxes, that's the point here, but the point is, it does grow tax-free, which means it does grow at a higher rate. And on top of that, not just that, guys, but sometimes the employer says, well, if you invest this much, I'll invest this much also, and that is called matching, okay, which is awesome. I never had the chance, but the point is, right now I have a business and I'm actually working on that for my business to actually do the same thing for me. Now, I have a friend also, I won't say his name here because he's not like a YouTube guy, but the point is, he does the same exact thing and he maxes it out every single year, which is awesome, okay? So step by step, this account will grow into something huge by the end when you're ready to actually start retiring, okay? Now, if you're wondering, well, Tommy, what are my best options? 401k, Roth IRA, what do I do here to start a business? The answer is, I highly recommend you talk with at least 3 to 5 different CPAs and ask them exactly where you should stand and what you should get. Now, before you even ask them, go out there on YouTube and also on Google and just look up some information on it, general information, and then get it and then go talk to them. But Tommy, why so many CPAs? The answer is, well, you can interview them because you are the person hiring and get all the info you need, because sometimes CPAs, to be honest, they're actually referral based. So basically, they might refer you to someone else, but in reality, it might not be the best deal. And always look for something that doesn't really charge you a fee. So that's why I say check out 5 of them, and that way you get the best idea of everything and choose the best one from there. But don't just go with one person, because usually one person is not enough to actually make a good assumption. So that's why right here I'm one person, but I still want you to go out there and search up more and not just trust me for it, but go out there and also find out for yourself. That is also a great idea. And now, number 5, guys, before I tell you guys exactly how I lost a ton of money, is actually, well, I want you guys to consider paying down your debt if you have any. But Tommy, that is not an investment. That is paying down a liability. That is not a good idea. The answer is, well, I'll be honest with you. If you have a car or anything that's not really producing any money for you and you just like owe it and you can actually, get rid of it. The answer is, if I had a car that I couldn't afford, for example, right here, if I had this Lamborghini Urus and I couldn't afford it, guess what I would do? I would sell it. To be honest with you, I would just sell it, cut my losses, and then just pay off whatever I owe F, okay? But some people want to pay it off in full and then be like, okay, no, sell it. But by that time, you still lost that money either way. But if you do have debt, for example, credit card debt, a loan you took out, the point is you want to pay that off as soon as possible, because sometimes some people out there actually go 7 years paying this off, and then before they know it, they paid a ton of money in interest. And that might cost you a ton of money that you don't know, because the average APR on a credit card is between 20% to 35%, and that is a lot of money. Over 7 years, that's almost 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the money, and you don't want to do that. Now, if you want a full plan on how to pay off your debt, well, link down below on how to do it. I have a full video on it. And on top of that, I have a full budget to prevent you from ever doing this again. Link down below to everything. Now, as I promised, guys, okay, as I promised, here's the way that I actually lost a ton of money, okay? Now, the first thing is this. When I first started investing, I actually did stocks, and I picked stocks left and right, and I made money, okay? Now, I had rules I had to follow because I learned from The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, okay? Now, the point is this, guys. When I learned those rules, I said to myself, well, if I follow the rules, I make money. But I really like the stock right here, and that stock was GoPro. And I said to myself, well, I want to invest money into this. I bought in at $30, $35, and now that stock is worth around $4. So you can tell I lost a ton of money, and I lost over $1,000 on that stock right there. The point is, okay, whenever you're doing any of this stuff, follow the rules, follow the laws, because at the end of the day, the rules and laws come from people and books, courses you read about, and that way you know exactly what to do. But if you break the rules, you will lose money exactly like I did, and then this $500 will be gone just like that. Don't worry, I caught it right here, you see? But the point is, you'll lose it if you don't follow the rules, okay? Very important. Now, guys, and as always, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and like this video, and on top of that, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified, and if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram, TommyBryson, and on top of that, if you want to watch the full video on side hustles that pay you at least $140 per hour, well, watch this video right here, and click my face right here, stretch it around, and see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.